That feeling, the knot in your stomach when you look at your credit card statement, the weight of student loans, the quiet dread of debt. It feels like being at the bottom of a massive, frozen mountain. You want to climb out, but the peak seems impossibly far away. But what if you had a plan, a clear path up the mountain? In the world of debt repayment, there are two famous competing strategies. The first is the debt snowball, small, steady, and built on the power of momentum. The second is the debt avalanche, logical, efficient, and built on the power of pure math. Both can get you to the top, but they take different routes up the same mountain. So which one is right for you? Which one melts your debt faster? Let's start with the debt snowball, made famous by financial guru Dave Ramsey. The method is simple. Step 1. You list all of your debts, from the smallest balance to the largest. You ignore the interest rates. Step 2. You make the minimum payment on all of your debts except for the very smallest one. On that smallest debt, you throw every extra dollar you can find. You attack it with focused intensity. Soon, that small debt is gone. You've paid it off. And this is the magic moment. You get a quick, powerful win. This victory gives you a huge psychological boost, a jolt of dopamine. Now, step 3. You take the money you were paying on that first debt and you roll it onto the next smallest debt. Your payment, snowball, is now bigger. This debt gets paid off even faster. You repeat this process, rolling all your freed up money down the list. Your snowball grows massive until it finally crushes your largest debt. The power of the snowball is not math. It's behavior. It's psychology. It's designed to keep you motivated by giving you a series of quick, addictive wins. Now, let's look at its rival, the debt avalanche. This method is for the robots among us, the pure rationalists. Step 1 here is different. You list your debts not by balance, but by interest rate, from highest to lowest. The high-interest credit card is your public enemy number 1 because it's costing you the most money over time. Step 2 is the same. You make minimum payments on everything, but you throw every extra dollar at the debt at the top of the list, the one with the highest interest rate. Once that's paid off, you roll the payment down to the next highest interest rate debt, and so on. The power of the avalanche is pure, cold, hard math. It is, without question, the way to pay the least amount of money in interest over time. You will be debt-free slightly faster, and you will have paid less to get there. So, the avalanche is mathematically superior. Case closed, right? Not so fast, because personal finance is not just about math. It's about behavior. It's about emotion. And this is where the avalanche can fail. If your highest interest debt is also your largest, like a big student loan, it could take years to pay it off. That's years without a single win. Years without that dopamine hit. Years of feeling like you're getting nowhere. And what happens when motivation dies? People quit. They stop making the extra payments. So the mathematically perfect plan, if you can't stick to it, is actually the worst plan of all. The good enough plan that you can actually follow to the end is infinitely better than the perfect plan you abandon. So, which should you choose? It depends on your personality. The debt snowball is for people who are motivated by quick wins and positive reinforcement. You need to feel the progress. You're willing to pay a little more in interest as a price for the motivation that keeps you in the game. The debt avalanche is for people who are driven by logic and efficiency. You are a human calculator. The math itself is all the motivation you need. Seeing that you're saving money in the long run keeps you going. But there is a third way, a hybrid approach. Start with the snowball. Attack 1 or 2 of your tiniest debts to get those quick, powerful emotional wins. Then, once you've built momentum and you're confident in your ability to stick with it, you switch to the avalanche. You take your now larger snowball payment and aim it at your highest interest debt. This gives you the best of both worlds, the early psychological boost of the snowball and the long-term mathematical efficiency of the avalanche. The most important decision isn't which method you choose. It's that you choose one, and you start. A good plan executed today is better than a perfect plan executed someday. The journey out of debt is a marathon, and it doesn't matter which path you take up the mountain as long as you keep walking. Both methods work because they force you to do the one thing that actually matters: pay more than the minimum. They give you focus. They give you a system. They turn a vague, overwhelming feeling of dread into a clear, actionable plan. So look at your own debt mountain and decide. Are you a snowball or are you an avalanche? Choose your path and take the first step. If this video helped you choose your path, hit that like button to get some momentum and subscribe for more clear advice on complex financial topics. Share this with someone who's feeling stuck in debt. And in the comments, let us know. Are you Team Snowball or Team Avalanche?